Welcome to our crash course on Form 1765, the application for employment authorization. Forms? Ugh, paperwork, but trust me, this one is a big deal. It's like a golden ticket to job opportunities in the US. Pursue your dreams and contribute to this awesome country. Whether you're a student, asylee, or adjusting status, this form is your gateway. Filling it out correctly is key. We're here to break it down step by step. First things first, let's talk about why this form exists. The United States has specific regulations regarding who can work and under what conditions. Form 1765 is designed to ensure that individuals seeking employment authorization meet the necessary criteria and are authorized to work legally in the United States. This process not only protects workers' rights but also helps maintain a fair and organized labor market. By obtaining employment authorization, you're not just getting a work permit, you're gaining access to a world of possibilities. Think about it: a stable income, career advancement, and the ability to provide for yourself and your loved ones. It's about gaining financial independence and contributing to the American dream. Before we dive into the form, let's address eligibility. Not everyone is eligible to apply. There are specific categories and requirements. USCIS provides detailed information on their website. Knowledge is power. Stay informed for a smoother process. All right, let's get up close and personal with the star of the show. Form I-765, the application for employment authorization. Don't be intimidated by its official-sounding name. It's just a form like the ones you filled out for summer camp, but with slightly higher stakes. Think of it as your ticket to a world of job opportunities. This form is your direct line of communication with the United States Citizenship and Immigration Services, USCIS, the folks responsible for processing your application. It's how you tell them, hey, I'm here, I'm eligible, and I'm ready to work. It's important to treat this form with care and attention. Section 2, who's invited to the party? Now, before you grab a pen and start filling in those blanks, let's talk about who gets to join this employment authorization party. USCIS has set some ground rules known as eligibility criteria to ensure that the process is fair and lawful. Think of it as a guest list for a very important event. You might be eligible if you fall under categories like certain student visas, asylum seekers, refugees, or individuals adjusting their immigration status, among others. Don't worry, we'll delve deeper into these categories later on. But for now, just remember that not everyone is automatically eligible, so double-checking your eligibility is crucial before proceeding. Section 3, cracking open the I-765. Ready to dive into the form itself? Let's do it. The I-765 might look like a maze of boxes and lines, but we're going to break it down into manageable chunks, making it as easy as assembling a piece of IKEA furniture. Well, almost. First things first, make sure you're using the latest version of the form, which you can easily download from the USCIS website. Using an outdated version is like showing up to a party in last year's outfit. Not a good look. Once you've got the latest version, grab a pen with black ink and let's get started. Section 1. Personal information. Part 1. All right, folks, let's kick off this form-filling fiesta with the first part, personal information. This section is all about you, your name, your birthday, your address, you know, the usual suspects. Think of it as introducing yourself to USCIS, but on paper. First up, your full legal name. That means no nicknames, no abbreviations, just your name as it appears on your official documents. It's like your superhero name, but with fewer capes and masks. Make sure it matches your immigration documents exactly. Consistency is key here. Remember, accuracy is crucial throughout this entire process. Section 2, Personal Information, Part 2. Next, you'll be asked about your birthplace, city, state and country. Then it's time for your A number, your alien registration number. If you filed before, you'll need your USCIS online account number. Finally, you'll be asked about your social security number. Section 3. Contacting you. Stay connected. Provide your current mailing address. Keep USCIS updated on any address changes. Next up, your phone number. Provide your email address too. Keeping your contact info updated ensures a strong connection. Section 4. Social Security Secrets. Let's unravel the mystery of the Social Security Number, or SSN. This 9-digit number is essential for employment, taxes and benefits. Do you need an SSN for employment authorization? It depends. If eligible, provide it. If not, USCIS will guide you. Honesty is crucial. False information has serious consequences. All right, folks, buckle up because we're about to navigate the most important part of Form I-765, the eligibility category section. This is where things get real, and it's crucial to get it right. Think of it as choosing the right path in a choose-your-own-adventure book. One wrong turn, and you could end up with a rejected application. Remember how we talked about the guest list for the employment authorization party? Well, this section is where you prove you're on that list. Each eligibility category has its own set of requirements and conditions. You need to choose the category that best matches your situation and provide the corresponding code on the form. So, how do you know which category is right for you? USCIS has a list of eligibility categories on their website. You'll find categories for students, exchange visitors, refugees and more. Read through the descriptions carefully and seek help if unsure. Choosing the correct category is like ordering the right dish at a restaurant. It makes all the difference. Once you've identified your eligibility category, you'll notice that each category has a unique code, like a secret password, to unlock employment authorization. This code is crucial, folks. Don't even think about writing the category description on the form. USCIS wants the code and only the code. For instance, if you're applying under category C3A for optional practical training, OPT, make sure you write C3A in the code field, not optional practical training or OPT. Think of it as the difference between entering your PIN at the ATM and spelling out your entire name. One is quick and efficient, the other not so much. Section 4. Double-check your work. Choosing the correct eligibility category and providing the accurate code is like laying the foundation for your entire application. It's that important. If you're unsure about anything, don't hesitate to reach out to an immigration attorney or accredited representative for guidance. They're like the GPS navigation system for the I-765 maze, helping you reach your destination smoothly and efficiently. Remember, accuracy is paramount when it comes to immigration forms. One small error or omission could lead to delays or even rejection. So, take your time, double-check your work, and make sure you've chosen the right path on your employment authorization journey. All right, we're cruising through this form like pros. Now, let's tackle the processing information section. This part is all about providing USCIS with the specifics of your request. Think of it as ordering a custom-made suit. You need to provide the right measurements for the perfect fit. First up, you'll need to specify whether you're applying for permission to accept employment, a replacement EAD card, or both. Choose wisely, my friends. Next, you'll be asked about your eligibility for an employment authorization document, the physical card that proves you're authorized to work. This is where things can get a little tricky, so pay close attention. Remember those eligibility categories we talked about earlier? Well, now's the time to back up your claim with solid evidence. Think of it as presenting your case in a court of law. You need convincing exhibits to support your argument. USCIS provides a handy checklist of required documents based on your eligibility category. For instance, if you're applying under the F1 student category, you'll need to submit proof of your student status, financial documentation, and a job offer letter. Make sure your documents are legible and organized. No crumpled receipts or coffee-stained transcripts, please. A well-prepared document package shows USCIS that you're taking this process seriously. Section 3. Signature time, sealing the deal. We're in the home stretch, folks. The last step is signing and dating the form. Think of it as the final stamp of approval. Make a copy for your records. Section 4. Ready, set, submit. Congratulations, you've made it to the finish line. You've successfully filled out Form 1765, gathered your supporting documents, and signed on the dotted line. Now it's time to send your application package to USCIS and wait for their decision. But before you do, double-check everything one last time. Make sure you've used the correct filing address, included all the required documents, and paid the correct filing fee. Remember, attention to detail is key. Once you've confirmed everything is in order, send your application package via certified mail or a reputable courier service so you can track its progress. Now sit back, relax, and let USCIS work its magic. Section 1. Tripwires and pitfalls common, I-765 errors. Okay, we've covered a lot of ground, but before you hit that submit button, let's talk about some common mistakes people make on Form 1765. Think of these as tripwires you want to avoid at all costs. Stepping on one could mean delays, rejections, or even jeopardizing your immigration status. One of the biggest blunders is choosing the wrong eligibility category. Remember that choose your own adventure book? Picking the wrong path can lead you down a rabbit hole of confusion. Double, triple check that you meet all the requirements for the category you select. When in doubt, consult an immigration expert. Section 2. More mistakes to avoid. Another common pitfall is incomplete or inaccurate information. Remember, USCIS loves details. Make sure every blank is filled out accurately and legibly. Illegible handwriting can be a major headache for USCIS officers, so consider typing or printing clearly if your penmanship resembles ancient hieroglyphics. And speaking of details, don't forget those supporting documents. Your application is incomplete without them. Make sure you've included everything listed on the document checklist for your specific eligibility category. Missing documents are like missing puzzle pieces. They can prevent USCIS from seeing the full picture. Section 3. Pro tips nailing your I-765 application. Now that we've covered some common mistakes, let's shift gears to some pro tips for acing your I-765 application. Think of these as bonus points to help you stand out from the crowd. Remember, a little extra effort can go a long way in the world of immigration. First and foremost, be organized. Keep all your documents in order and consider using dividers or folders to separate different sections of your application. A well-organized application shows USCIS that you're detail-oriented and take the process seriously. Plus, it makes their job a whole lot easier. Section 4. Even more tips for success. Next, be proactive. Don't wait until the last minute to start your application. Give yourself plenty of time to gather your documents, review the instructions, and double-check everything before submitting. Rushing through the process is a recipe for disaster, so take your time and do it right. Finally, remember that USCIS is there to help. If you have questions or need clarification on anything, don't hesitate to reach out to them. They have a customer service hotline, online resources, and even in-person appointments available. Don't be afraid to ask for help. It's better to be safe than sorry. Section 1. You've got this. And there you have it. You've reached the end of our crash course on conquering Form 1765. Remember, this form is your key to unlocking job opportunities and building a brighter future in the US. While the process might seem daunting at first, by following these steps and avoiding common pitfalls, you'll be well on your way to submitting a successful application. Keep in mind that processing times can vary, so be patient and stay organized. And remember, you've got this. With a little effort and a lot of heart, you'll be celebrating your employment authorization in no time. Good luck, and here's to achieving your American dream.